I was riding my scooter down the road, and it just jumped the fence, and it bit my eye right here, and it got me right here.
Wife seen a little boy riding down the road on the scooter, which happened to be Blake, which we didn't know it at the time, but next thing I know, she's yelling at me, telling me that the little boy is getting attacked by a dog. And I look up the road, and sure enough, the dog was nipping at him and jumping up on him and trying to bite him.
I asked him, I said, well, Blake, why didn't you run? He said, Mom, if I had ran, I couldn't have defended myself. He said, so as the dog came, I kicked at it. He said, but the first place it went for was my head.
I took off up the road, running up the road, and I got up there and got the dog off of him. Well, the dog decided he didn't want to jump on him no more, so it jumped back over the fence.
Rush Springs parents Greg and Jennifer McClure have no doubt that the only reason their 7-year-old son survived what they said was a vicious pit bull attack last weekend is because of a man who was himself spared of a horrible death 2 years ago.
That was definitely a life-changing situation. I mean, me and Destry Horton, we was on a fire down there in Duncan and got overcome by a grass fire. It had burnt Destry severely. He wound up passing away on the 24th of March, and that was a bad deal.
Volunteer firefighter Larry Joe Crabb has long wondered why he survived a devastating wildfire that killed his friend Destry Horton.
God saved Larry Joe 2 years ago because he was able to stay here and save Blake.
They say Larry Joe lived through the fire so that he could save their second-born.
We still have our little boy, which very easily could be something that we didn't have right now. And Blake even knows that. He said, Mom, if that man hadn't have came and saved my life, he said, I don't think I could have fought much longer.
On Wednesday evening, they invited Larry Joe and his wife over to their house to say thank you.
There's something about heroes. There's something I've heard or read somewhere. I know that the words are true. Heroes are not made, they are born. They are the ones who will risk their lives for me and for you. God gives them a gift of serving others and showing the world they care. Larry Joe and Cheryl are two special people who saw someone in need and ran to their aid. From the jaws of injury or death, you saved our little Blake. God had you at the right place at just the right time. We thank you from the bottom of our heart. You are our hero. Your kindness will never be forgotten. Blake said he saw the dog climb to the top of the fence. Then it jumped over and started coming at him. He didn't run because he was afraid the dog would knock him down. He tried to kick it, but wasn't able to very good. Then he said this man came and hit the dog with a stick. Blake doesn't get scared very much, but he was scared. Thank you and Cheryl for your quick action. There's no telling what might have happened if you hadn't been there for him.